Hello, everyone. Today we have a very special guest on our program. He prefers keeping his identity hidden as his collection would make many envious. So we'll call him Mr. X. Mr. X, welcome. First question. What got you into Rolex steel sport collecting?
Well, I guess it was always in my subconscious. Rolex sponsors many sporting events, such as Formula One and Wimbledon, so while I always knew of the brand, it always seemed like an inaccessible dream.
What was your first purchase from the brand then?
Well, it was mid 2000s Explorer 2 Polo Dial. It didn't cost a fortune, looked amazing, and really was an ideal watch for me. From then on, I was hooked, you could say.
So I guess you started accumulating. What came next?
It was the Explorer, you could say the Explorer 1. That was the only watch in the store, and it was not too expensive either. I think it is a perfect watch, and I could totally see myself wear that one for the rest of my life.
But it wasn't enough, was it?
No, sadly, no. I was bitten by the bug, so I sold those two watches to release funds to buy my grail watch, the Submariner.
Haha, the Submariner. That's a rite of passage, isn't it?
Yes, I guess so.
Now, I have been told that you have amassed quite a collection. How do you feel having all those gems in your watch box?
Well, there is nothing in my watch box quite yet, of course.
I beg your pardon?
Well, as you know, you never quite own a Rolex.
Oh, I see what you mean. You mean you merely hold it to pass on to your children, like Patek Philippe.
No. That's not the Rolex way. I mean, you never actually get the watch. I am on the wait list for 7 watches.
The what?
The wait list. I am on the wait list for the Submariner, the Green Submariner, the Pepsi GMT, the Batman, the Sea Dweller, the Sky Dweller, and of course, the Daytona.
Hold on. You mean you don't own a Rolex?
Well, I suppose you could put it that way, but I see it as an investment for the future. When I die, my children will inherit my position on the wait list, and a family tradition will carry on. It is a very emotional connection that we have to the brand, you see.
But surely Rolex shops must be full of those watches you mentioned.
Oh no, you see, the factory sends the watches to the stores, but they don't display them in the windows. They sell them directly to the second-hand dealers who price them at their fair real value. You see, it is a complex market mechanism that protects the brand equity.
So, who actually ends up buying the watches?
The Chinese, perhaps?
Well, thank you, Mr. X. That was an eye opening insight into modern Rolex sport watch collecting. A somewhat frustrating and possibly ridiculous endeavor to some, a lifelong obsession to others. In our next episode, we'll find out if only architects and teddy boys can wear a enormous wristwatch. Ta da!